Hello YouTube. I just received my new Roush quad tip conversion for my 2016 Mustang. I've already kind of started messing with it. I've already taken and cut that lower wind diffuser part off the bumper. In the process of doing my holes right now. The thing is that it didn't really come with any instructions, so I ended up having to go online and try to find some instructions, but they sent this template here. Now I had to cut it out. When I cut it out, they have these little tabs right here that you got to keep on it, and those tabs line up with the holes on your bumper, you know, where your original plastic piece originally snapped in, the part you push out. Then they also have the center line right here, which lines right up with this right here. So as long as you're straight with that, and then same with, you know, they have 4 of these tabs. As long as you're lined up with these notches, you're going to be good. And it tells you what size holes to drill, as far as, you know, 3/16 holes for all these right here, and then you got a 1/4 inch hole for this one right here. And I believe that's for the studs that are going to go in the back of that. So I've already drilled my holes, so I'm going to start putting my studs in the back, putting the double face tape on, and see how it fits. I'm starting to put the studs in. I'm not sure exactly how far they go in, but when you look at the threads, you see where you have the coarse thread and then you have your machine screw. So all I did is I put the nut on there to go as far down as possible, and I'm trying not to bottom it out too much. On the video I watched, it shows they have this double face tape, and he ran it all the way across this lip right here, so this way it sticks to the outside of the bumper. If I can get this to cooperate with me. Obviously, you want to keep it just below the lip. You know, you don't want to end up seeing that gray part of the tape after you put this on the bumper, because once you peel it off, you know, you'll be stuck with it on there. So make sure you go just below where the plastic extrusion and those weird looking fins start. Okay, I tried my first fit. Apparently I didn't put the stud in the right spot. Apparently the stud goes, and you see I got the 3 holes here. Got 1, 2, 3. Apparently it goes in the middle one, because it's not lining up at the moment. So now I got to get the thing back out without damaging my threads and move it over. I've moved my studs. Let's see if it works this time. We have success. Flip it over. Now I really don't know, so I didn't really see in the video where he showed that part, but there is a couple washers that have like a kind of a rubber grommet deal to them, but I'm not sure if that's what goes on those or not, because they sent 4 of those and there's only 2 studs, so not sure if those go there or not. So I mean, there's a couple other bolts with the kit that I don't know, they might go with these bolts. So I'm going to assume it's because I have 4 of these and I got 4 of the washers. So I'm just going to assume that it goes there and that they didn't send nothing for these. So I'm just going to put them on loosely for the moment till I kind of figure it out, I guess. Now for all those holes that you drilled, they have these screws that have the Torx bit. I'm not sure exactly what size it is. My tool's so worn down that I can't read it anymore, but I mean I did find the right size that fits. So all those holes that I drilled, hopefully that template was right when I put it on and my holes are going to line up. Now I'm not going to peel my tape off the back until I get all the screws started, so I have it in place. Then I'll peel the tape off and then tighten all my screws, so this way it doesn't get stuck in the wrong spot. So I'm going to start getting all those in and we'll see how it fits from there. It was off with a couple of my holes, but everything seemed like it lined up. I do have 2 holes extra that it had me drill, but I don't have screws for them. One on either side, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But all the other holes, I was able to get them in there. So I'm going to peel the double stick off and then get those fully tightened up, and I'll do the little side pieces. Next up is you have these retainer clips that you have to pull off your original Valance, and those will go on these extra extension pieces, and those are the pieces that continue from where it stops here to the very edge of your bumper. Now in the video it shows on this part to use this adhesion promoter to kind of make sure that the double stick, because you have some double stick that goes on these, sticks really good. It'd be a good idea to do both pieces. Okay. Let that dry for a minute. All that's going to do is it's really just going to kind of make the plastic a little more of a coarse surface. So this way it'll allow the tape to grab it better versus, you know, if it's on a really smooth surface, it might not grab and you might not get the proper bond that you need. And you just put it right on just like that. The same thing, this is a double stick tape, so you have the white and the red side. It's best to put the white side on first, because since this side is a paper and this side is a plastic, you can peel this off a lot better with that less chance of it tearing versus if you did it the opposite direction. Just like that. Now I've already put my little tabs on here, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it on the bumper and see how it fits. And you're supposed to use the original screws that would have originally been on it. You can use a 9/32 socket, or I think it's also a 7mm. So I just downside there. I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other one. I'm just going to get my screws started, get them to where they're just barely snug. And then I'm going to pull my tape off, make sure I got my bond right there. And then once I once I get my bond right there and I'm happy with it, then I'll go ahead and tighten my screws. So this way I ain't gonna worry about it accidentally being in the wrong spot. And obviously these are directional, so you obviously can't put it in the wrong way. Okay, let me get back inside here and peel this tape off. Now, one thing you should always do is kind of get your tape started a little bit first before you kind of get it in there, because I can't grab the darn thing. There we go. And then press those pieces together really good. Make sure they're nice and together. Snug that up. What I'm doing is I'm kind of pushing it tight against the bumper while I'm tightening the screws, because the holes are obviously larger. So like if I tighten it, it might not be all the way against the plastic, and I'm going to have to loosen it and push it, which apparently I didn't have this bottom pushed over far enough. So I'm going to loosen that up and push that over where I want it. There we go. That looks a little better. Now, I'm not going to trust that that tape is going to really stay on there. So on the bottom here where you're not going to see it, I'm probably going to put a small tech screw through here. So this way I know that over time I ain't got to worry about those two pieces shifting on each other. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. See what I mean by get it started? Like maybe just kind of get it up like this so you can grab the thing. Now I got to put my reflectors in it, and then I'll do a dry fit on the car just to see how everything lines up. Now, these little reflectors are pretty self-explanatory. You got one 10mm right here, and you notice that these are expanded out. You can just take a pair of pliers, just squeeze that a little bit, and it'll push it right through. Okay. I still got to put my backup light in it. Other than that, looks like it's all on. I'm going to do a quick dry fit on the car to see how everything lines up before I put, you know, the brace back in it and all the wires. But what I did on my car is, even though this is a 2016, if you go on, like, you know, Facebook, the marketplace, eBay, stuff like that, there's a lot of people that have like the 18, 19s, and 20s where they're changing their exhaust and they're essentially taking these off. Well, these are all one piece and it's all the same chassis. I literally picked this up for 150 bucks, the whole thing from the resonator back, and I literally just pulled mine off, slid this right on, it went right back on all the factory hangers. I changed that literally in 20 minutes. Of course, I have a lift, but if you're doing on jack stands, you probably literally do it in probably about 45 minutes, probably at most, changing this off. And I literally, it just 2 clamps and the hangers, and I was done in no time. And I have, the quad tip, just like that. Now, it's not the active exhaust, but eventually I might try to get a hold of one of those. But for now, I was able to just do the quad tip and get the Roush back piece. And now I can do the quad tip on my 16, and it really didn't cost a whole lot doing it that way. I'm going to do a dry fit and see what it looks like. There we go, I just have it just sitting on there at the moment. Looks like everything clears pretty good. There's a good spacing around it. I was kind of worried that they might have been too close to it, but I also thought they were going to be, a little higher up into here. I thought this gap might have been a little bit less. I think probably once I get it fully bolted in, it might come down a little bit. But other than that, this is the Roush rear valance that you can get from American Muscle. Now, like I said, if you just go online, get a hold of a set of 1819 quad tip exhausts for the the entire exhaust piece. You can do that. You can do this on your 15 to 17. If you have any questions, if there's anything I didn't really describe or show better, leave me a comment. I'll try to answer it. Thanks for watching.